Even on the day, on the way to the red carpet, we're in the limo, just to wind her up, I said, oh, I'm going to start off with a funny little one-liner, just an old-fashioned joke. She went, oh, what? I said, what did the deaf, dumb and blind orphan get for Christmas? And Jane went, I don't know. I said, cancer. I didn't do it. So you're getting offended at a joke that doesn't exist. So I'd never say that in public. So to anyone who mattered. Anyway, so don't... As it was, I didn't have to worry about offending anyone because it just happened, so... And the big controversy last time I did it was a Caitlyn Jenner joke, right? Oh, outrage on Twitter the next day. And by outrage, I mean a couple of people going, it was transphobic. It wasn't transphobic in the slightest. It was a joke about a trans person, but the joke had nothing to do with that aspect of her existence. And that's the other thing about offence. People get offended when they mistake the subject of a joke with the actual target, and they're not necessarily the same. I'll tell you the joke. You make your own minds up. Right. So... It's live, so they go, and now your host for the 68th Annual Golden Globe Awards, please welcome Ricky Gervais. They go, and they're all clapping, all the actors are looking up, smiling at me nervously. It's brilliant, right? So I just go, relax, I'm going to be nice tonight. I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. And I go, now Caitlyn Jenner, of course, and what a year she's had, became a role model for trans people everywhere, bravely breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers. So, that's a clever joke, and I'll tell you why, right? It's layered. No, listen, right? The subject of that joke is stereotypes. I'm playing with the notion of stereotypes, right? So I start off saying she's a real woman. Some would say a liberal, progressive attitude. Then I go, oh, if she's a real woman, I hit them with the old-fashioned reactionary stereotype. She must be a bad driver then, right? And the target of the joke is a celebrity killing someone in their car. Let's not forget that, shall we? A celebrity killing someone in their car, running home and popping on a dress. That's the target of the joke, just so we're clear, okay? She was interviewed about a week later at some press conference for a show she was launching, now cancelled. And the press were around and one of them said, what do you think of the Ricky Gervais joke? And she went, maybe I should host the Golden Globes, right? And they tweeted that, and they atted me in, because they want a celebrity feud, you know? It was clickbait, so I rose to the bait, obviously. I just sent back, let her host, just don't let her drive. Another website that was in the room, Entertainment Weekly, they tweeted a different headline, and they atted me in as well. And their headline was, Caitlyn finally breaks silence over Ricky Gervais. I just sent back, at last. She always breaks too late. Bring it on. Bring it on. But I'm a considered comedian. I like my jokes to be accurate and my targets to be fair. So I was engaging these people. I was saying, why is it transphobic? And they were saying, it's about a trans person. I said, well, that's ridiculous. That's like saying a joke about Bill Cosby is automatically racist. It depends on the joke. But I was talking to them, I'm willing to learn, and I found out my crime was that I dead-named her. Now, I'd never heard that term, you know, before a day after the Golden Globes, and that was saying her old name, and even acknowledging that she used to be a man. But she did. I saw him on the Olympic Games. It was decathlon. It was in everything. He was all over the place. Shot put and pole vault. He won a medal. He was famous. He was on telly all the time. But, you know, a big, famous man with a huge... I don't know, but I mean, I'm guessing he's a big... But I've learnt my lesson. Now, I'd never dead name her now. Now I know it's wrong. I'd never dead name her now. But, like, years ago... when, you know, she was a man, No, because years ago, I'm saying, right, and she went to the doctor, right, and knocked on the door, and the doctor went, come in. This is years ago. I was saying, I'd never dead name her now, but this is like a flashback before anyone, do you know what so, like, come in, and he went, hello, Bruce Jenner, because that was his name then. The doctor, you know, this was years ago, and the doctor went, oh, I'm Bruce Jenner, you big old, how you doing, boy, you fucker, how you doing? You big old lunt. Oh, how you doing, boy? Come here, you fucker. How you doing, Brucey boy? You all right? Right? And Bruce Jenner, because that was his name, this is years ago, right? So Bruce Jenner went, yeah, not too bad, doctor, yeah. Not too bad, right? And I go, what can I do for you, Bruce? You fucker, how you doing, boy? And Bruce Jenner went, because that was his name. Bruce Jenner went, look at that. And they went, oh, come on, Bruce Jenner, you know the rules. He uses his whole name every time for some reason, I don't know why. Come on, Bruce Jenner, you fucker, you know the rules. You can't bring your big old pole vaulting pole in here, mate, you know. And Bruce Jenner went, no, that's not my pole vaulting pole, that's my enormous penis. And they're, oh, right, yeah, seeing as it is your penis, you can bring it in here. But you should have left your shot puts outside. And Bruce Jenner went, that was his name, for 58 years, I think. He went, no, they're not my shot puts, they're my enormous testicles. That's where I get my testosterone and my spunk and shit, right? And the doctor went, oh, yeah, that makes perfect. I am a medical man, and that you're a big bloke. Oh, you fucker. How you doing, boy? You're a big... You're big, and you would have a big old cock and balls. They're beautiful. They're a bit familiar, isn't it? And I go, no, but you must be very proud of them, Bruce. And Bruce Jenner went, oh, this is going to surprise you, doctor. I want to get rid of them. And the doctor went, what? Why? Ah, they get in the way. Get in the way of what? Fucking driving, for one thing. So I'm engaging these people, and I'm saying, but I had to say her old name because that gets me into the joke. I say, I've changed, not as much as Bruce Jenner, and then I do the actual joke. I went, no, this is my second crime. I say, she hasn't changed, right? She's always been a woman because she's always identified as a woman, and that means she's a woman. Fine, if that's the rules, you are what you feel. If you feel you're a woman, that makes you a woman. Cool. You know, I'm not one of these bigots that think having all that done is science going too far. You know, in fact, I don't think it's going far enough. Because I've always identified as a chimp, right? Well, I am a chimp. If I say I'm a chimp, I am a chimp, you know. Pre-op, but... and don't ever dead name me. Don't ever call me Ricky Gervais again. From now on, you call me Bobo. So, I'm going to have species realignment. I'm halfway there, to be honest. I'm sort of short, with short legs and long arms. I sort of stoop like that. My back's getting hairier by the day. I've got fangs. I love nuts. Oh, I love nuts. And once, I was at the zoo, and I could tell people were looking at me, so I just started masturbating. So, I am a chimp, right? I am a chimp, if I say I'm a chimp. And so, I've got to live as a chimp for a year, then have hormones, get me all nice and hairy. That'd be lovely, right? I'm going to stay a male chimp, so I can keep all that, right? A male, heterosexual chimp, keep the same girlfriend. Jane will be happy, she loves me, she loves chimps, so... You know, and I reckon that's got to be easier for a man to turn into a chimp. We're so close. Than for a man to turn into a woman in many ways. You know what I mean? A bit of hair and a top lip like that, as opposed to your cock and balls ripped off and a hole gouged out into... No, I'm not a doctor, but that is the gist of it. I know which one I'd rather have done. And I'm not saying I think chimps are better than women. No way. Right? Any ladies here, right? I can't see you, but to me, every single one of you is equal to a chimp. So... So I'm gonna have all that done. So here with that, right? I'll do all that. I'll do all the. I'll retain the ability to speak English, like in emergencies. If I'm talking to Jane, I'm going, she's going, what is it, Bo? Going, what is it, Bo? You left the fucking oven on. There's a fire. What, are you telling me that if Caitlyn Jenner was being chased by a wolf, right, and there was a big fence, but she had a long pole, she'd revert. She'd be over that fucking easy. Fun and educational. I am trying to educate myself more. I've reached that age where I need knowledge. I feel guilty about not knowing enough. You know, I had a good education, but I didn't make the most of it, I think. And I've even stopped watching trash TV. Now, when I'm at home, I watch hours and hours of Discovery Channel and History Channel. Hours, Discovery Channel, History Channel. Ask me anything about sharks and Nazis. Round of applause there for... They're not as bad as a lot of people make out. Sharks, I mean. Nazis, awful. Right? Sharks, brilliant. Amazing creature, okay? It can hone in on a floundering fish, right? To the vibrations that it picks up through electrical impulses, through sensors in its flank. It doesn't need its eyes, but contrary to popular belief, their eyes are very good, okay? But it can smell and taste the slightest human secretion of blood and sweat, 1 part in a billion from a mile away. A shark would have found Anne Frank like that. Nazis, rubbish. I've been to her house. It's tiny. Every day they went in. Okay, let's move on. Sarge, can we look upstairs today? No, there's no one down here. Move on. Sarge, what's that tapping? She had time to write a book, for Christ's sake. Well, it ends a bit abruptly and no sequel. Lazy. No, but... Not a traditional subject for comedy, the old Holocaust. But I will say something about the Holocaust, and I'm sticking my neck out here, but in my opinion, I blame Adolf Hitler. He was the ringleader. Old Adolf. That name's died out, hasn't it? He killed that dead, didn't he? No one's calling their kid Adolf nowadays. No little Adolfs going to school. Loads of Brads and Angelinas, but no... Look, you don't hear the teacher doing the register. Brad here, Angelina here, Adolf here. I do that quick so no one can take a picture of me doing that. No, but people make excuses for him. People say, oh, he was stupid, he was easily led, he didn't mean that. What do you mean he didn't mean that? They say, oh no, he was influenced by the political philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, right? Because Nietzsche wrote this paper talking about a Superman. He said, not all men are born equal. And Hitler misinterpreted this and went way too far with it. And think of that. You're a great scholar, you've done this work, and you get a call from the Führer. And the Führer goes, all right, Nietzsche. He goes, yeah, good, what do you want? He goes, just read your book. What do you think? Love it. Love all that. Man and Superman, not everyone's equal, kill all the Jews. Sorry? Not everyone's equal, so kill all the Jews. I didn't write that. I read between the lines. I didn't mean that. That's terrible. You haven't been killing... You haven't been killing Jewish people, have you? What? Have you been killing Jewish people? Yeah. Yeah. A little bit. A few. How many? 6 million. 6 million? That's what I won't do anymore. Leave it at 6. That's terrible. I won't do any more. Stay for dinner? Well, I will, but be careful in future. I will. Are you writing any other books? Well, I am, but I'm scared to tell you about it. I won't do anything. What's your new book called? My new book is called The Gypsies. Do we need him? Cheers.
Right, last one. Come on, guys. Our next presenter starred in Netflix's Bird Box, a movie where people survive by acting like they don't see a thing. Sort of like working for Harvey Weinstein. You did it. I didn't. You did it.
To begin, I just want to congratulate Harvey.
I'd like to thank Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey and Bob Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein. And then Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey and Bob Weinstein.
Thank you, Harvey Weinstein.
I want to thank Harvey and Bob Weinstein.
My agent, Kevin Uvain, and God, Harvey Weinstein.
The world got to see James Corden as a fat pussy. He was also in the movie Cats, but no one saw that. And the reviews, oh, shocking. I saw one that said, this is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs, right? But Dame Judi Dench defended the film, saying it was the role she was born to play, because she... I can't do this next joke. Because she loves nothing better than plonking herself down on the carpet, lifting her leg, and licking her... Furball. She's old school. It's the last time, who cares? But as I say, I'm going to be nice tonight. I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but... I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but... Jenner is the star of the hilarious comedy The Martian. Oh, he nearly died. Right. He's also the only person who Ben Affleck hasn't been unfaithful to. Please welcome Matt Damon.
Thank you.
Who cares about movies anymore? No one goes to the cinema. No one really watches network TV. Everyone's watching Netflix. This show should just be me coming out going, well done, Netflix, you win everything. Good night. But no, we've got to drag it out for 3 hours. You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer. And it's still more fun than this, okay? Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up! I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
Be so shy, just tell me what you like. All day, all night, I'll keep you satisfied. Come to my place, strip down and take a shot. All day, all night, I'll keep you satisfied.
Apple roared into the TV game with a morning show. A superb drama, yeah. A superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. So, well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and... So... It's already 3 hours long. Excellent. Spotlight has been nominated. Yeah. The Catholic Church are furious about the film as it exposes the fact that 5% of all their priests have repeatedly molested children and been allowed to continue to work without punishment. Roman Polanski called it the best date movie ever. The Irishman was amazing. It was amazing. Look, it was. It was great. Long, but amazing. It wasn't the only epic movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long. Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him. So... Even Prince Andrew's like, come on, Leo, mate, you know. You're nearly 50, son.
Well, John has crossed his way into the studio here, and John, worryingly, zebra crossings could become extinct. You've been looking into this for us.
Well, yes, it's not. You mustn't worry too much about it. It's up to each local authority, and they tend to go in the country areas, but in the towns and the cities, they will tend to stay. But it's up to each local authority, so it all depends. Some people just find when they're crossing them that they really aren't sure where they should be crossing, and it can be tricky.
What, that moment when you're sort of wondering, is it...
Well, I'm glad I've been worried about this for quite a while. But they're not... they are going to still be around, are they?
Some of them will be around, but not so much in the country.
OK.
So you've got to just relax about it. You must get...
So I can carry on worrying about the panda
I
or
think
something.
so. Worry about and pelican crossing.
Think about the pelicans, that's
What's the future, then, of our crossings?
Well, the one in Oxford Circus, they're terribly proud of, because it's got a cross, and you don't cross just across the roads, you cross diagonally.
Yeah.
And that was brought in 2 years ago. It was an idea from Japan, and that's regarded as very successful. So more of those can be expected.
Okay. Don't you bump into each other, though?
No, of course you don't. You're walking, you're not...
Yeah, in Japan they don't, because they're really polite, but we just go, get out the way.
They were all extremely well behaved. You've not been out much, have you?
I don't go out much, no.
Well, there is one, of course, with a Grade 2 listing.
Oh, yeah. Now, that is the most famous zebra crossing in the world, and that's in Abbey Road, and I think we know where that's from.
Yeah, indeed. Incredibly, it has a webcam, so you can view it online.
Yeah. If you want to see us crossing the road...
You can if you've got no life at all.
Yeah.
Well, earlier on...
Yeah. Well, let's do that.
Yeah,
let's go back to mine. I've got a webcam.
Shall we? Actually, save your time. Have a look at it.
Oh.
Here it is, look. There we are. And they've got a message for you, Ricky, as well.
Oh.
OK, big fans of your work. Let's see.
Here we are.
We love you, Stephen. There you are.
Brilliant.
Thanks, John. Brilliant stuff.
Thanks, John. Now then, this year for Children in Need, Matthew is going to pedal a rickshaw all the way from Edinburgh to London in just 8 days. Yeah. Now then, I did actually have a little go myself, just to see how difficult it was, and it's not
Great, thanks for that. I didn't actually realise... Well, I was doing some training today around Richmond Park, and the wheel was buckled. I had to repair it before I even set off, and I didn't even know that
Well,
was
I wasn't going to say anything. I didn't know they were going to show that. Anyway, now then, how was training today in Richmond? How's it going?
Hills aren't getting any better. To be honest with you, my legs are just going like Billy-O, and I'm just moving a lot. Look, that woman's just walking alongside now, just to give me some money, and that's the pace I'm going. She caught me up quite easily with a little jog and then just walked alongside for a bit.
Well, I mean, you need all the help you can get. It looks like you're on a pedalo, not going anywhere.
No, anyway. It's
8 days, man.
It's the hill.
8 days.
Downhill's great, flat's fine.
Is this actually going out on television? Wow.
But anyway, all of this effort will be nothing if people don't donate to children. In a second, Ricky, it's going to get even better. Because we want you to do the honours and let people know how they can text and donate.
Right.
While you do that, Pudsey has been learning the David Brent dance from The Office. So the sooner you give the details out, the better. Because
Has he still got a bad eye? Hasn't he?
Yeah.
National Health Service.
Right.
Just go and get that sorted out.
Go on, Pudsey.
He's off and running.
Here's the
Off he
dance.
goes. So, Ricky, if you read away, he'll stop.
Oh. If you want to donate, text the word MAC to 70705. Messages will cost £5 plus your standard network charge, and £5 goes to Children in Need. For full terms and conditions, visit the website bbc.co.uk. The One Show.
Brilliant.
So there you are. If you can donate, please do. And you too, Ricky.
There's a bloke in that wanted to play Chekhov at the National.
No!
This is the only...
Puts it all the way. Back to the
Anyway, yes.
Sit
then.
yourself down, mate.
Back to your old show, Safer Ground. Let's have a look at Liam Neeson popping in for a little chat about career advice.
Lovely.
So there you are, Liam Neeson asking you for some career advice. So we thought...
And of course he says the most horrendous things, which you had to cut out. I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. That's not a problem. That's not a problem.
No.
I've been censored. Right?
But we found some people in the papers today who we thought might need a bit of Ricky advice.
Okay.
Right, so here we go. Okay, the first one. First of all, it's been a difficult few weeks for the Greek Prime Minister, George Papandreou. It seems Greece might run out of money in 2 weeks' time. The solution is...
Get a catalogue, HP catalogue. That's what I want you to do. Everything's 28 weeks at 38 pence. If you need anything, just get it from that.
Next one. A shop has apologised after apparently refusing to sell a 92-year-old woman, this is Diane Taylor, a bottle of whiskey because she couldn't prove her age. That's unbelievable. Any advice?
That's the law. No ID, no. What if it turns out she was just a really stressed 9-year-old? Maybe soon. Quite right. No ID, no whiskey. Yeah.
On we go now then. When Sir Arthur Conan Doyle created the great detective Sherlock Holmes, he made him... Now, Ricky was just saying they got some grand plans for Poppy Day.
Yeah, I'm doing a big charity concert for wounded soldiers in America with Bruce Springsteen. I know, amazing. I did it with last year. It's a cause sort of close to our heart.
Yeah.
And what a bonus as well.
Yeah.
You're doing that and with him is amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah, well, good luck with that. And thank you, of course, for coming in. Now, Life's Too Short starts next Thursday at 9:30 p.m. on BBC Two. And the making of Life's Too Short is on this Saturday on BBC Two at 10:15.
Yeah, thanks to all our guests today, to Ricky, of course. Tomorrow, Channel Top and X Factor stars One Direction surprise some very deserving children with their own personal performance.
We'll be here tomorrow with Chef Hugh Fernley-Whittingstall. See you.
See you then. Bye-bye. Thanks again.
Love jokes so much.
I know.
I love them so much that if I love, like, that's why I do your act. I love that joke. I never, the walk around. You want to do the joke?
Which one? The walk
about the vacation.
You're making me do my acts in front of those
I'll do the
free
bit.
talk comedians.
In front of
you do it.
I'll do it.
joke. This is Jerry Seinfeld doing Louis C.K.
Right. Okay. So I'm going on my vacation with my wife, my family. We pack up the car and the kids, and I'm clicking in the car seats, and I put the wife in, and I get everything set, and it's so much work to get a family in a car. I close the door for my wife on the passenger side. I walk around to the driver's side. That's my vacation. Is that how it goes?
Something that's total. That's a completely Seinfelded version.
Really?
I mean, you really polished it up. You made it
Really?
nice. You made it nice.
Okay, so now, just to finish the point, I love that joke. It's a.
But you made it like a joke. You made it like a joke.
Well, I heard it wasn't
his.
bit.
His is like his life's falling apart.
But
That's
he
the
doesn't
difference,
want-
really.
Oh,
Isn't
you've
it?
heard him do this?
Yeah.
Oh,
I just
I
wanted
never
to
heard
see you do it. Now,
No, the thing that's so interesting. No, because when I do it, I'm sputtering through it. And sweaty anger and energy. But you turned it into a really beautifully crafted
and you could see
bit.
that. You could see the moves and everything.
Yeah.
It was clean. With Lou, you don't know. You don't even know the joke's coming. When Louis did it, I didn't think that's a joke. I just thought this is a man falling apart for my pleasure.
You're like my
This is a
my
man.
youngest
This is a man. This is a man spilling his heart out, telling me what a bad day he's had, and it's hilarious. But it's really
he's free
weird.
to do what he wants. I don't care.
No, I know, but I do that as well. I sort of disguise jokes. I don't think I don't think I make jokes. I think of a joke as the minimum amount of words to get to a punchline.
I think you do both at the same time. I think you try to. I try to make it seem like I'm just getting this out, but I know all the moves. I know every little piece of it.
But it still needs a joke under. I mean, that's the problem with. So many of these young guys, they think it's all attitude and all.
No, you got to work on it.
It's got to have jokes under this weird persona, under your crazy glasses, under your crazy voice, whatever gimmick you have. It has to,
well, there's like a difference.
It has to have. Yes. Henny Youngman has to have something to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can put all kind of furniture, but you got to have steel in the walls.
Yeah. When I was like 19 or 20, I got to open for Jerry at the Paradise in Boston. This is before you had your show. It's the first time I opened for you. It was a big club. It was like a rock club that they did comedy with bigger acts.
Right.
And I got to open for you. And you got mad at me because I said I introduced you and said he's the best comedian in the world. And you did your set, and it must have never left your brain because the second you got off stage, you found me and said, "Don't fucking put pressure on a person like that. You don't say that when you bring somebody on stage. It's a stupid thing." It must have been your whole actor thinking that fucking kid fucked me.
I did.
But that's not.
I know, but Tom Papa did the same thing to me about 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And I went right in the toilet at a benefit.
You know, it's not. It was dumb.
The audience just went, "Oh, really?"
I know.
And it was over.
I was 19 years old. But anyway, so you
an innocent
you were
mistake.
mean. But anyway, then he invited me to do a bunch of shows with him. So we did some big theaters. And I had never done big theaters. And people applaud jokes in big theaters. And they did then. Applause breaks were such an 80s thing. And so I'm opening for Jerry in front of like 1,200 or 2,500 people. And people are applauding bits. And I had never encountered that, and I didn't know how to handle it. Just standing there waiting for people to stop applauding.
Yeah.
And do I bow or do I say thank you? So I asked Jerry what to do, and he said, "You stay in the bit. You stay in the bit that they're reacting to. You don't go, hey, people are applauding. If you're angry and that's why they're applauding, you stay in that energy.
Yeah.
Or if you're perplexed, you keep. And then, by the way, it keeps them excited about it, and it keeps them." And that changed a lot for me. It made me think more about the way I already
knew that.
Being as a person.
They teach that.
You do that too if they moan or boo or they get upset. You just stay in it and you just let them rest with
course.
They teach that in pre-K. And
I did. No one taught me. I sort of knew that.
Stay in the bit, children.
That was genetic. I had that. I come from a long line of people that stay in the bit. It's just an evolution. But we also, do you think we've got a thing? I don't think I've got a thing. Like, Chris has got black, but, you know, he's rich, educated. He's hardly fucking Kunta Kinte, is he? Do you know what I mean?
Boy, did I luck up with that.
Oh, boy.
You've got, Jewish doesn't count. You know,
no, I don't use that.
No, I know. No,
but
I know.
It's in there.
It's in there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You pull it out from time
It's
to
a
time.
gear you slip into once in a while.
It's in the DNA.
Do you think you have to have a thing? Have you got, I think you
got to figure something out.
You've got to have a voice. You've got to have a voice.
Yeah, that's what a voice.
Thinking about our acts, that's what we do is take a subject and just don't leave it alone until there's nothing left of it.
I think
for you, it's like whatever. If it's soap or shampoo, you're going to put the shampoo bottle there and just poke at it and bludgeon it.
If there's something about it that initially got you,
yes,
that you go, there's something there.
And then Chris does it in a way that's even more blatant because he'll even keep repeating if the premise is, you know, women can't live without money or whatever it is, all your chauvinist bullshit things that you say. You'll keep repeating it over and over again. Women can't
go down in lifestyle.
Women can't go down in lifestyle. That's his thing. So he said it to you too. Women can't go down in lifestyle. Then he'll explain it from 50 angles and he'll say, women can't go down in lifestyle. They can't. They can't go down. And then he'll explain.
But he has to do that because that's a richer idea than they're used to hearing from a comedian.
That's right.
So he has to teach them.
Oh, I think he's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But that's,
And a lot of comedians have great jokes, and they don't like, why isn't this working? It's not working because the audience does not understand the premise.
That's right.
So I just, like, I'm going to make sure, if I set this premise up right, this joke will always work.
Mm-hmm.
But if I kind of go namby-pamby about setting up the premise.
One of my favorite bits is that when white people are rich, they're just rich forever and ever. Even their kids are rich.
Yeah.
But when a black guy gets rich, it's countdown to when he's poor again.
He's the blackest white guy I fucking know. And then all the negative things we think about black people, this fucker.
You're saying I'm a nigger.
Yes, you are the niggerest fucking white man I have ever.
Amazing. I don't think he could do that.
What?
I don't think he has those
There's
qualities.
only two.
You don't even understand.
Really?
You don't really know him like I've worked with him.
No, like your bit about.
I wouldn't use it anywhere.
No, exactly. These two.
We
use
say
that
nigger on stage.
On stage.
You guys don't. That's an
that's
interesting
the
two teams
That's
here.
the difference between
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We
can
say
pair
nigger on
up in
stage. You
different
guys
ways,
don't.
but that's definitely a pairing. Who
We
says
say-
nigger on stage? We don't.
Well, you just did.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
You and me say
No,
nigger in
no,
private.
no.
These two guys don't. I don't believe he says it in private
I'm
much.
giving it up just because it's played.
I don't believe it's. I don't think you've ever said it probably in your life.
No,
I don't
never.
think. No. Yeah, that's a huge difference between you and me. I think.
Well,
Is that I've said
you
it.
found the humor of it.
Yeah.
I haven't found it.
Right.
Nor do I seek it.
I mean,
So-
I'm going to find a way. Find a way.
Can I squeeze some
You know what
comedy
though,
out of
Jerry?
nigger?
All of a sudden having a great nigger bit would be pretty amazing.
Yeah, that would
It'd be amazing.
Oh, it'd be amazing.
Because he retired it.
Yeah.
He retired it.
No, he
in
did.
'96.
Yeah.
I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Anytime you come even close to cursing, people, ooh, shit.
Well, I had a conversation with you on the phone once where you said the F word is like a Corvette. That's what you said. And I hung up and I thought, well, that means.
Did he say the F word? Or
He said the F word. He said it's like a Corvette, and I said later, I thought, well, that means it's fast and it's cool. It's a good, it's got power and thrust to it. And then I thought, wait a minute, this guy grew up in Long Island and collected Porsches. Right. So to him, a Corvette is a piece of shit with a Chevy engine. It's a flashy bullshit car. And where I grew up, a Corvette is an awesome car.
That's right.
And only fucking faggots from
First car I bought,
that's what
Corvette,
you bought.
red Corvette.
And pussies from Long Island drove a fucking Porsche.
Yes.
I didn't want nothing to do with it.
And when I met him, when I started being more friendly with him, then I guess I got to get a Porsche.
Yes.
But this is. But my favourite are the animal facts. The animal facts are just, I think, incredible. This is from a website called Deb and Jen's World of Knowledge, okay? And I want you to think about the people who put this up, okay? They're not just the fact, but who did it and why they did it. What were they thinking? Okay. Number one, you can lead a cow upstairs, but not down. Thanks very much. I looked into that. It's true. A cow will go upstairs, but they won't go downstairs because the way their joints don't oppose. But I think of the poor bastard who found that out the hard way. Come on, Daisy. Down you go. I don't go downstairs. Come on. No, I don't go downstairs. I'm away with joints. I don't care about your joints. My wife's coming home from work in 5 fucking minutes. Get down the stairs. He thought, I've got to tell other people about this. Number 2, stroking a spider can cause it to go bald. Thanks. 1,
What sort of maniac goes around stroking spiders? Dracula's assistant? I don't know. 2, is that a problem in the arachnid world? Premature balding? Do they worry about that much? I thought they'd be loving it, wouldn't they? Being a skinhead, they're so fucking hard. Yeah. Got all the legs, all the eyes, and the teeth. Fuck it, I'm bald. Who cares? Adds to it. I like it more. Yeah. But no, apparently it's a big problem. You stroke a little spider, he goes, oh, fucking hell. He runs back to the web, and all the other spiders go, what are you wearing a baseball cap for? Fashion. Bit weird. Nah, it's just fashion. We'll take it off in the web. Nah, I'll just keep it on. Bit cold. Cold? We're in a cupboard under the sink. It's boiling. Nah, take it off. No, take it off. Oh. Have you been letting a human stroke you? Leave this fucking web. Number 3. Polar bears will sometimes cover their black nose during a hunt to camouflage themselves more completely. It's a good idea, isn't it? Because apart from the old nose, are perfectly camouflaged. They're white, snow's white. So they're sneaking up on a little Arctic hare. And they get there, and the Arctic hare, he turns round, the polar bear goes... But how did they find that out? Because that's behavioural. All the polar bears sitting around one night going, I'm starving. Every time I sneak up on a little hare, he looks round and then he hops off. It's like he can see me. I can't work it out. Little voice, little hare goes, I can tell you. Can you see us? Well, I can see where you are and how many there are of you. Really? How? You'll kick yourself. Now, go on. Tell us. Your nose is black. The nose, it's black. Oh. Cheers. Can you see us now? No? Thank you. My favourite fact. Okay. Number 4. Montana mountain goats will sometimes butt heads so hard that their hooves fall off. Can that be true? That's amazing. So there's 2 there. They're looking at a female goat. One goes, I like her. And the other goes, yeah, I'm probably going to mate with her. Well, no, I saw her first. That's not how it works. How does it work? We have to run at each other really hard and crack heads. Is that safe? Oh, yeah. Okay, go. Oh! Ow! Ow! Oh! Look! Yeah. Yours all right? Yeah. I grip on impact. Did you know about this? Why didn't you tell me? Mortal enemies? Never mind that. My fucking feet are falling off. One more amazing fact. Elephants have been caught swimming up to 2 miles off the coast in the Indian Ocean. That's amazing.
I didn't know they liked to swim. I certainly didn't think they could swim 2 miles out to sea. But it's the language this person uses. Have been caught swimming. Like it's illegal. Says the Coast Guard. Morning. 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 Phone rings. Ring, ring. Hello. They're doing what? No, I'll be there. That's me in a little boat. I'm not jacking a bloke off behind me. I'm just... No. What are you doing? Nothing. It's not nothing, is it? What's that? Beach ball? Tell me what you're doing. Don't look at him. What are you doing? Swimming. Yeah, you are. Do you know how far off coast you are? 2 miles. Is it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You know you're not meant to do this, don't you? Don't cry. But if you know you're not meant to do it, I've told you loads of times, why are you doing it again? I forgot. Get in the fucking boat. Thanks very much. Good night. Thank you. Comfy. It's a difficult one with a hero, isn't it? Because I think a hero should be someone who saved your life, or a relative, or someone who donated their kidney. If it's someone you've admired for a long time and made you think, maybe even changed your life, I'd say it was David Bowie. The Office sort of broke in England. You get invited to all these things. Do you want it? No. Do you want no? Do you want no? None of those. Oh, we're having a talent night at the BBC. No, I turned everything down, okay? And then one came through, VIP audience with David Bowie. Now, Bowie has been my hero for about 30 years. So I went, yeah, all right. So we went along, me and my girlfriend. It was amazing. Went the green room afterwards, and there was various people there. And Greg Dyke, then head of the BBC, comes over and goes, "You're a fan, aren't you?" I went, "Oh, I love Bowie." He went, "Come and meet him." I went, No. He went, "No, come and meet him." I went, "Oh." We're walking to see Bowie. He goes, Salman Rushdie joins us. So there's me, Greg Dyke, my girlfriend, Salman Rushdie. We go down and meet David Bowie. Mental, okay? Next day I'm in the pub with my mate Johnny, and he goes, "What'd you do last night?" And I went, "Nothing." "Oh, what would I say?" "I was hanging out with David Bowie and Salman Rushdie. What did you do?" So I didn't say anything.
What made me want to do a British sitcom? Well, as you probably know, my background's in serious acting before I started doing the writing, singing thing, and so something like doing the extras is a piece of cake for me, really. And it was fun working with Rick, showing him pointers, maybe new ways of approaching comedy that he hadn't really thought about before, I think.
And he knew I was then. I think someone told him afterwards, and they gave him a DVD of The Office, and I got an email out of the blue from him. He's like the FBI. He just got my email. I think he's like plugged in to the World Wide Web, and he just put, "I watched, I laughed, what do I do now?" And we became sort of pen pals.
When we came up with the idea of doing a song, he said he would do the lyrics with Stephen, and I said that would be great. I'd love that to happen, and I'd do the melody. If you keep looking like that, your face will stay like it. That's really quite a zinger, isn't it? And that kind of thing, you see. So, you know, I've been writing jokes for him. And he assures me they'll be in the future episodes. So it's been very fulfilling, this whole experience.
I was on tour in the United States back in '89, and we did a show in Cincinnati. During that show, I shouted out, "It's great to be in Cincinnati." That was a lie.
So I also like the fact that they're aware of their legend. I quite like that. Right. That they know the press's perception of that they play with, and they want to let you know that they're above that. Right. You know, that's nice.
You'd think that being a famous rock star, married to a supermodel, would be one of the greatest things in the world. It is.
We went to his apartment, and we went in, and the doorman there went, "Oh, you're here to see Mr. Jones?" And I went, "Oh, yeah, of course I'm here to see Mr. Jones. David Bowie doesn't really exist."
Right.
You know.
He was Davy Jones.
Yeah, and we went upstairs, and it was just made a coffee. He just had it was after his little heart incident.
Yeah.
And he came round with 2 cups of coffee, pretending to be shaky and old.
Yeah.
And I thought, he's fucking having a laugh. He's mucking around. This is David Bowie. This is my hero. And the apartment is as you would imagine, like something from a magazine.
Yep.
And there was this amazing, huge statue, this work of art, like a pewter thing. I went, "That's amazing." I said, "Who's that?" He went, "Oh, yeah, the artist there was trying to do... You know what Picasso did with 2D? He made it sort of 3D. He tried to flip it and make the statue that was 3D, 2D. Anyway, my daughter likes to hit that with a hammer." And I remember I sent them an email for his, I think, 57th or 58th birthday, and I put, "Happy birthday," and I put 58. Isn't it time you got a proper job? Ricky Gervais, 42, comedian. He sent back, "I have a proper job. David Bowie, rock god." Good, that, isn't it? And I think I should talk about him as a hero before I knew him, because that obviously, for the last 10 years of his life, we were sort of friends. Which never really confused the issue, because I sort of knew him as a friend, and he was brilliant. And I had to remember, oh, that's my hero, he's a genius. But we hardly talked about his music, he wanted to talk about other things.
What would I want my son to know about his granddad? And I think it would be the same thing that most of my dad's fans have taken over the last 50 years, that he's always been there supporting, a little bit different, and he's always been there for them. So, this award is for all the kooks and all the people who make the kooks.
He sort of put my life in colour in many ways. A working class teenager in a council house in a rough estate in Reading, and I'm eating my beans on toast, and I see heroes. I think it was on the TV show Mark Bolan's show, and I thought, of course, you can do anything. When Brad and Angelina see our next 2 adorable little presenters, they're going to want to adopt them. Please welcome Kevin Hart and Ken Jeong.
You're so macho, aren't you?
I know, it's a
You're so tough. I'm glad you got your shirt on. You always have to show a bit of that, don't you?
No.
It's for the menopausal women. They go, "Oh, look, he's taking his shirt." He walked to the restaurant the other week carrying a stag. Who do you think you are? 4.
Hold on.
I've got a thing about changing rooms, public changing rooms. I always have. I know. I'll tell you why. I don't know if it's the same in ladies' changing rooms, but men are so proud of their offal, right? If I'm in a public place, I have a shower, right? 1 minute, towel, corner, pants on, right? There's blokes walking around naked before the shower, talking to each other, like that. After the shower. There was one bloke in the shower, way too long, right? It was ages, right?
And he got out, no towel, just dripping wet, just went up to the mirror and started doing his hair first. I was in there with there was just me and this really fat bloke once in the change room. I was getting changed, and he was there, and he was really big, like 350 pounds, right? And he was naked on one of those precision scales. And he was there for fucking ages, like that. And I was looking at that, he was like that for ages. I wanted to run over and go, mate, you're never going to be an astronaut, right? It doesn't need to be this accurate. Just pop some pants on and take a fucking gram off. But as I say, I'm going to be nice tonight. I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but...
A new series of extras starts this week. Congratulations on getting a second series, essentially, but also...
Congratulations on already fucking it up. It's next week, you moron. I know you can't say Chinaman anymore, right? I can't believe you ever could, because that is the laziest labelling of a demographic I've ever heard, right? So the first one lands on our shores, and we gather around going, what the fuck, where are you from, right? And he goes, China. And we go, oh, you're a Chinaman. And he goes, I'm a what? You're a Chinaman. A Chinaman? Yeah. What's my wife? Duh, Lady Chinaman. Why don't you call me by my name? I don't know your name, do I? It's Ling. Ling? Yeah. Is that your first name or your surname? Both. Ling Ling? Hello? Right. Old Adolf. That name's died out, hasn't it? He killed that dead, didn't he? No one's calling their kid Adolf nowadays. No little Adolfs going to school. Loads of Brads and Angelinas, but no... Look, you don't hear the teacher doing the register. Brad here, Angelina here, Adolf here. I do that quick so no one can take a picture of me doing that. No, but people make excuses for him. People say, oh, he was stupid, he was easily led, he didn't mean that. What do you mean he didn't mean that? They'll say, oh no, he was influenced by the political philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, right? Because Nietzsche wrote this paper talking about a Superman. He said, not all men are born equal. And Hitler misinterpreted this and went way too far with it. And think of that. You're a great scholar, you've done this work, and you get a call from the Führer. And the Führer goes, all right, Nietzsche. He goes, yeah, good, what do you want? He goes, just read your book. What do you think? Love it. Love all that, man and Superman, not everyone's equal, kill all the Jews. Sorry? Not everyone's equal, so kill all the Jews. I didn't write that. I read between the lines. I didn't mean that. That's terrible. You haven't been killing... You haven't been killing Jewish people, have you? What? Have you been killing Jewish people? Yeah. Yeah. A few. How many? 6 million. 6 million? That's what I won't do anymore. Leave it at 6. That's terrible. I won't do any more. Stay for dinner? Well, I will, but be careful in future. I will. Are you writing any other books? Well, I am, but I'm scared to tell you about it. I won't do anything. What's your new book called? My new book is called The Gypsies. Do we need him?
Here I go, dreaming of the world in song. I wanna know who we're gonna be when the lights go down. We're down. I wanna know.
But I'm a considered comedian. I like my jokes to be accurate and my targets to be fair. So I was engaging these people. I was saying, why is it transphobic? And they were saying, it's about a trans person. I said, well, that's ridiculous. That's like saying a joke about Bill Cosby is automatically racist. It depends on the joke. But I was talking to them, I'm willing to learn, and I found out my crime was that I dead named her. Now, I'd never heard that term, you know, before a day after the Golden Globes, and that was saying her old name, and even acknowledging that she used to be a man. But she did. I saw him on the Olympic Games. It was decathlete. It was in everything. He was all over the place. Shot put and pole vault. He won a medal. He was famous. He was on telly all the time. But, you know, a big, famous man with a huge... I don't know, but I mean, I'm guessing he's a big... But I've learnt my lesson. Now, I'd never dead name her now. Now I know it's wrong. I'd never dead name her now. But, like, years ago... when, you know, she was a man, no, because years ago, I'm saying, right, and she went to the doctor, right, and knocked on the door, and the doctor went, come in. This is years ago. I was saying, I'd never dead name her now, but this is like a flashback before anyone, do you know what so, like, come in, and he went, hello, Bruce Jenner, because that was his name then. The doctor, you know, this was years ago, and the doctor went, oh, I'm Bruce Jenner, you big old... How you doing, boy, you fucker? How you doing? You big old lunt. Oh, how you doing, boy? Come here, you fucker. How you doing, Brucey boy? You all right? Right? And Bruce Jenner, because that was his name, this is years ago, right? So, Bruce Jenner went, yeah, doctor. Yeah, not too bad, doctor, yeah. Not too bad, right? And so, what can I do for you, Bruce? You fucker. How you doing, boy? And Bruce Jenner went, because that was his name. Bruce Jenner went, look at that. And they went, oh, come on, Bruce Jenner, you know the rules. He uses his whole name every time for some reason, I don't know why. Come on, Bruce Jenner, you fucker, you know the rules. You can't bring your big old pole vaulting pole in here, mate, you know. And Bruce Jenner went, no, that's not my pole vaulting pole, that's my enormous penis. And they're, oh, right, yeah, seeing as it is your penis, you can bring it in here. But you should have left your shot puts outside. And Bruce Jenner went, that was his name, for 58 years, I think. He went, no, they're not my shot puts, they're my enormous testicles. That's where I get my testosterone and my spunk and shit, right? And the doctor went, oh, yeah, that makes perfect... I'm a medical man, and that you're a big bloke... Oh, you fucker. How you doing, boy? You're a big... You're big... And you would have a big old cock and balls. They're beautiful. They're a bit familiar, isn't it? And I go, no, but you must be very proud of them, Bruce. Bruce Jenner went, oh, this is going to surprise you, doctor. I want to get rid of them. And the doctor went, what? Why? Ah, they get in the way. Get in the way of what? Fucking driving, for one thing. How is that applicable to 5-year-olds? I have never worked out the moral to Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. All I can think is, don't sit on a wall if you're an egg. But again, how is that applicable to a 5-year-old human? I mean, you tell that to a group of 5, oh, so don't sit on a wall if you're an egg. Oh, what do you mean if I'm an egg? I'm not an egg. It doesn't make sense. If I'm none of us are eggs. If there was an egg there, it wouldn't make sense. Because you go to the egg, don't sit on a wall. You go, I'm an egg, I can't hear you, I've got nothing. I've got no ears, no eyes, I don't know what the fuck. What? Don't sit on a wall. I can't fucking hear, I've got nothing. I'm in nothingness. I can't fucking climb walls for a start, so... Don't send horses to perform medical procedures. Of course they couldn't put him together again. They've got no dexterity whatsoever. They can't sew to save their life. They've got no thumbs, let alone opposable thumbs. Don't send a horse. It's delicate. An egg? We've got a cracked egg. Should we send a horse? Definitely not. Have you got a doctor or someone who works for Fabergé? Don't. We've got like a half-a-ton creature with no fingers. Don't send that. Got a four-legged thing with like no chance. They can't. Couldn't put on. They couldn't scrub up. They can't. Imagine there's an egg, delicate egg. Horse comes over. Fucked. It couldn't. They wouldn't even think of. Fucked. That's it. They wouldn't even see it. They go over there. What? Fucked. That's it. Wouldn't even. You couldn't explain it to it. Don't send. It's ridiculous. If I had to design the perfect egg-crushing device, it would be a hoof. I need this. As a cracked egg, I need it crushing completely. Hoof. The hoof's great. Don't send a. Doesn't matter whether they're the king's horses or not. Certainly don't send all of them. That's going to be chaos. If there was one horse with a little bit of nous, he did like 1 year before he got kicked out of Harvard. I'd know the rudimentaries. They're all fuck it. For fuck's sake. No lads, don't. They're fucking all over it. Fucked. It's definitely fucked now. What if we'd have invaded by France that day? And bloke comes running up the hill and goes, "Are you in charge of all the king's horses? All the king's men?" "Yep." "French are coming." "What?" "The French are coming." "Where are all the king's horses?" "I sent them to mend an egg." "You dopey cunt. What do you mean you sent them to mend a fucking egg?" If your surname is Dumpty, don't call your firstborn Humpty. What sort of a stigma is that? For a kid that's already an egg? Could have the piss ripped out of him. I bet he jumped off the wall. And I think that's the important thing, because I've often said that people get offended when they mistake the subject of a joke with the actual target. Yeah. And they're not necessarily the same thing. You can make jokes about any subject. It depends what the joke is. Yeah. There's no rules. You can't joke about this. You can. You should be able to. You just can. Yeah. Okay? And there's nothing sacred. But people then they go, wow, yeah, but you shouldn't hurt people's feelings. Well, you can if their feelings are wrong. Yeah, yeah. You know, if you don't like the facts, don't change the facts, change the feelings. Yeah. You know.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
How arrogant are you to think that you deserve to go through life with no one ever saying anything that you don't agree with or like? I want people to stop saying that joke's offensive. Yeah. I want them to start saying I found it offensive, because you've got to own the emotion, because that's all it is. You're just telling me how you feel about it. Yeah. There's nothing intrinsically offensive about this joke.
Keep my wife's name out your f***ing mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your f***ing mouth.
I'm going to, okay? That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
Từ 2, 4, 6, 8 đến 10. 8 đến 10 lá như thế này và được chia ra rất chi là nhiều nhánh. Đấy. Đây như các bạn quan sát, đấy, thân cây và ngọn cây. Đấy, đây thân cây và ngọn cây, có phải không? Đấy, rất chi là nhiều nhánh. Nếu các bạn đẻ già thì nhánh này nó cũng sẽ đẻ ra và cũng chia ra rất nhiều nhánh như thế này. Đấy. Với các bạn về cái kỹ thuật chăm sóc, nếu các bạn tưới mà không có bát sen để các bạn tưới thì các bạn nên tưới bằng những cái rổ hoặc xảo, các bạn hứng ở trên ngọn này và các bạn tưới nước trực tiếp vào cái rổ, thì cái mắt rổ, mắt sàng sẽ tạo ra được những hạt mưa bay để rơi xuống dưới lá này, mà sẽ không làm nát lá hoặc dập lá để ảnh hưởng đến năng suất cũng như là cây trồng. Giới thiệu với các bạn là về cái cách chăm sóc và nuôi dưỡng như vậy. Cái cây thiền hà này từ khi các bạn gieo hạt đến khi các bạn thu hoạch là trong vòng 45 ngày. 45 ngày là các bạn thu hoạch. Đấy. Khi thu hoạch thì các bạn cũng như mình đang cầm đây là các bạn gieo là các bạn cứ rổ cả rễ, vì cái rễ thiền hà này nó cũng rất là tốt. Đấy, như các bạn đây, rễ không phải thuộc diện rễ chùm, nó là rễ cọc các bạn nhé. Đấy, cho nên là cây thì rất mềm nhưng lại vẫn là thuộc diện rễ cọc. Đấy, như các bạn đang quan sát. Đấy. Trung bình mỗi một cây thiền hà này mà để thu hoạch là các bạn khoảng tầm 20 phân. Đấy, là các bạn bắt đầu thu hoạch ăn dần. Đấy. Và đến khi cây trưởng thành mà để ra hoa thì khoảng tầm 45 phân đến 50 phân là từ gốc đến ngọn khi cái hoa này đã nở trưởng thành. Về cái cây này thì tác dụng như thế nào thì các bạn cũng đã biết rồi, có phải không ạ? Đấy. Về tác dụng của cái cây thiền hà này không những để làm gia vị mà để các bạn cải tiến những cái cuộc sống để thức ăn cho gia đình hàng ngày, mà còn rất chi là nhiều những cái tác dụng của cái cây thiền hà này. Đấy. Như các bạn cũng có thể chữa những bệnh đau đầu, chóng mặt. Đấy, từ những cái cây thiền hà này cũng rất chi là tốt. Bản chất kiểu cây thiền hà này là vốn dĩ có mùi hăng, thơm, nhẹ và có nồng độ dầu rất chi là cao, tinh dầu rất chi là cao. Cũng họ hàng với những cây nhà mùi. Đấy. Cây mùi khác với cây thiền hà. Vì sao? Vì cái cây mùi lá thì cũng rất tương tự như thế này. Nếu các bạn rất hay nhầm giữa cái cây mùi và cây thiền hà. Đấy. Cây thiền hà thì sẽ được chia ra thành lá nhỏ. Đấy. Thế nhưng mà cây mùi các bạn nhé, cây mùi thì sẽ có cái lá xẻ ở dưới này, lá xẻ và lá tròn. Đấy. Lẫn rất chi là dễ lẫn với cây mùi và cây thiền hà nếu các bạn không quan sát kỹ. Đấy. Cây mùi thì cũng được gieo bằng hạt và cây thiền hà này cũng như vậy các bạn ạ. Đấy. Về phân biệt thì cái cây thiền hà này là không có cái lá đồng tiền, gọi là lá tròn của cái dưới chỗ cây này. Đấy. Như cây mùi thì nó sẽ có cái lá đồng tiền, lá tròn dưới này và sau mới lên cái lá nhỏ này. Đấy. Các bạn nhé, cái lá nhỏ này thì rất giống nhau với cây mùi. Thế nhưng cây thiền hà này không có cái lá đấy, nên là các bạn cái cách phân biệt đâu là cây mùi và đâu là cây thiền hà thì các bạn chỉ cần nhìn cái lá đồng tiền ở dưới cái tàu lá này là các bạn rất dễ phát hiện để các bạn phân biệt đâu là cây nọ, đâu là cây kia. Xin chào các bạn và hẹn gặp lại các bạn ở video lần sau. Mình chỉ sơ bộ với các bạn về cái cách chăm sóc cây mùi và nuôi dưỡng thế thôi. Xin chào tạm biệt, hẹn gặp lại.